Welcome back to another DADDYD's NRL Supercoach 2020 videos. This is my team take two. I've cleared the books and going to start off with a whole new team. So let's get into it and start off with the hookers. So after looking around, I've decided, seeing that the swap deal with Melbourne and the Tigers doesn't look like it's going to happen, to rethink my hookers, and I've decided to go with Api Coruscant going to the Panthers. Fairly cheapish. I'm hoping he's going to pick back up in form and do well at the Panthers and increase in money. Obviously trying to get a big increase to be able to go for Cook or Smith later on down the track. I'm also looking at Blake Brayley. Looks to have the full-time hooker spot at the Sharks and is really cheap at 201,000. So my main hooker is only 338,800 and my backup hooker 201. So that's where I'm going at this present moment in time, and that's my hookers. Now for my front row. Decided to go set and forget with Haas. I'm not 100% convinced, but look, the guy does score big. So I'm going to set and forget with him. And then I'm going to go, on the previous team I had Clemmer in there, but I was just going to go a little cheaper. I did consider Fafita, but I decided to save a little bit more money and actually go for Liam Knight. I think with the Burgess boys out, you've got George gone to the UK. Yes, they've still got Thomas, but I do think that he's going to stand up a bit more. Hopefully can see in the Charity Shield how he's going. Might make a different decision at that point, but at the moment I'm decided to go for Liam Knight. Also a bit cheaper and coming back from the Super League. I went with Marin before and I've decided to stick with Marin. So that's not a big surprise to anyone. And also the cheapie Rudolph. I'm going to stick with him as well in my front row. So that's my front rowers, guys. Now on to my second row. I'm not going to go past Jason Tamalalo. He's basically one of the first guys into my team. So he's back in there. I have gone a little lighter on my side and they've thought long and hard about some of these players, and I've decided to go Kickow in there in my second row as well. I like the way he was playing in the Lions. I'm looking forward to having a watch of him tonight in the Bushfire Charity game. I think it's Parramatta and Penrith, so hopefully he'll be playing. I've also gone Madison, so there's another player I can have a look at tonight. Look, he's a good player. He scored well last year, but will he do the same in the Eels that he did for the Tigers? I don't know. I think with a better pack and a better halves pairing, he could actually do bigger and better. So that's where I've gone there. I think with some of the injury problems and the fact that they're starting to look at Carrigan at the Broncos as a standing captain for Glenn, they're also talking about playing him in lock, which was a position that Josh Maguire used to play a lot with the Broncos. So if he does get that spot, then I'm hoping to sort of save some money and have him in my side. I have gone Magulius for the Sharks. and I've gone Tony Williams. Tony Williams has been a death nail to me in the past, years and years ago, but you know, at 201,000 is not really worrying me too much. I'm, you know, hopefully I might get some minutes with Manly, and you know, if he earns me 50,000, as far as I'm concerned, that'd be a bonus, and I'd be happy with that. So that's my second rose. Now onto my backs. Now my halfback, reserve halfback, 5'8", and reserve 5'8" has not changed at all. Right, so there's no changes to my halfbacks and 5'8s, but there are some changes to my centres. There's no changes at this present moment in time to my fullbacks. Right, so let's just go through this quickly. Halfback still Ash Taylor, Lulawaya's backup, George Williams as my 5'8", Drinkwater as the backup in that position. At fullback, gone Ponga and Pappenhausen, exactly the same as before. My centres I've beefed up a little bit. I've gone Latrell Mitchell, Eastern Masters, Lomax, DWZ, Xavier Coates, Tommy Talau, and just a cheapie, so cheapie from Titans at the moment. But so there's been no real changes to my halfbacks, 5'8s, or fullbacks, and just a couple of changes to my centres. It does leave me with 73,000 in the bank. You know, that's the way it is at the moment. I'm fairly happy with it, but we'll see if that stays that way. Alright, so just a short rundown on the changes in my centres. Latrell Mitchell in, Eastern Masters in, Lomax, DWZ, then I've just got cheapies in Coates, Talau, and a cheapie from the Titans, whose name I can never pronounce. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again soon. Remember to like and comment and subscribe. Thank you for your support. Bye for now.